Hey class, I just wanted to connect with you about some conversations I've had this week. Hey class, I just wanted to touch base with you after a few conversations I've had this week with people looking for sources and doing the research for their paper. I just thought I'd share a few ideas to maybe help you. I know some people looked at me with a bit of a surprise when I said, 15 to 20 sources for a paper like this. But I just want to show you in just a minute or two how you can easily get there and hopefully enrich your paper. So I'm going to use an example of Henry Ford. So let me just quickly show you. So I'm at apu.edu /library. We'll go to the library. And I know there's lots of different databases and things you can go to electronically. I like to start just with this on the front page of the library website keywords. So I'm just going to put Henry Ford and leadership because I'm writing my paper on Henry Ford. And I just want to show you how pretty simple it is to find some decent sources. So here's what it brings up, pretty much like a kind of Google results. And there's obviously a Henry Ford health system, which I'm not interested in necessarily. I'll look at this one. The first Henry Ford, a study in personality and business leadership. It's available on East Campus. That might be one that I would go find. It's in the library. Might just give me an insight. Maybe talk about personalities, business leadership. You don't have to read the whole thing. See if there's anything interesting. More about the Henry Ford. Oh, here's an interesting one. Great Lives, a Century in Obituaries. So this is somebody who has written about some famous, if you've got Freud here, Virginia Woolf, John Maynard Keynes, the economist, Mahatma Gandhi. I'm guessing because it came up in my search function that Henry Ford is in there somewhere. Yeah, there you go. And so you'll see this is not a book, this is online. So they've got an electronic link up here. So I'm going to click there. And this should take me to, okay, here's the book, Great Lives, Monet. There's Henry Ford. So the reason I'm clicking here, it's not an academic source necessarily, but look, here's an obituary on Henry Ford. So you might, if we're thinking about how people viewed Henry Ford and his leadership, I think it'd be worth looking at an obituary. So there's one. I'm going to go back. Oh, here's a book devoted to Henry Ford. Let's look at this one. So you see how relatively easy that the APU library, online library, is a great resource. Hey, here's the abstract. So most great figures in American history reveal great contradictions. Henry Ford is no exception. Champion his workers, offering unprecedented wages, yet crush their attempts to organize. Virulently anti-Semitic, never employed fewer than 3,000 Jews. Outspoken pacifist who made millions producing war materials. I think this will be a really interesting one as we look at the ethics and his moral leadership. So I would go look that one up. That would be really interesting. Here's another one: the arts of leadership. So it's available East Campus. Library again, Art of Leadership. In this book, Keith Grint, Studying and Teaching Leadership, blah, 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 investigates the notion of leadership in a series of historical cases. Who's looking at Florence Nightingale, Richard Branson, Martin Luther King, Henry Ford. So go look up that book, The Arts of Leadership. So you see here, I've already found 4 or 5 that I think would be really interesting to start as I'm trying to get a perspective, an insight into Henry Ford's leadership. A few more about the Henry Ford health system there. A case study in business leadership on Henry Ford. Look at this one. I would definitely go look this one up. This is not available in physical form, so I'm going to go find the full text finder there. You see I clicked the link. Right, so it's not available actually in our library. So here's what you can do. I don't know if you know this. It says request a loaned copy of this book through Link Plus. So I can click on Link Plus and find it here. Or I can, here's another example actually. Let me go back. I'll show you another tip that I sometimes use. Here's the Henry Ford that we're interested in. So I click on tags. So leadership, from best in to best for the world. So here's in an academic journal that we don't appear to have because it's not giving me a reference. Look at the concept of leaderships from the 1900s to 1990s to 2000s, during the 1900s. So yeah, this will be really interesting looking at Ford, Iacocca, and Branson. So here's what you can do. We don't have it on campus, but I can see here, request a free copy. If you click on here and you're logged in, it may ask you for your APU credentials, but it pre-fills the information about the journal. You just say when you want it, and you say, look, it's not on the shelf, and then you hit submit, then basically they will, I think within 24 hours, email you a PDF copy of that article, which you can see. Again, free, another great resource. So anyway, I hope that just gives you an idea of how you might start your research for this paper. You'll see in a matter of a few minutes. I haven't even got to like the second page of this list. I mean, there's some more. There's plenty more articles here. Sometimes in full PDFs, which you can see on directly from the library. I'm not sure whether this is a good one, but just to give you an example. Many of you are probably hopefully used to this, but I know it doesn't. It seems often that the business students don't have to do as much research as in other disciplines, so you may not be familiar. But hopefully that shows you how to quickly and easily pick up 5-6 sources in just a few minutes. All right. Again, feel free to reach out, give me a shout, come talk to me like a number of you have done this week, and I'm more than happy to help as you develop this paper. Thanks. Have a good weekend. Bye.